We started our California journey in the Mammoth Lakes area. Continuing along our Eastern Sierra trip, we departed from Big Springs Campground and traveled up US 395 through Lee Vining and on to Willow Springs Resort, where we had a reservation to stay for one night. It's a super cute family-owned RV park that's very clean and really cozy. There's a little pond in the front and trails behind the park, but we couldn't take advantage of those because we weren't there very long. This was our quick stop to top off batteries, dispose of garbage, dump waste tanks, and fill our fresh water tank. From there, we moved to our boondocking spot, which is located about 16 miles out of Bridgeport. It was difficult to see the turn onto Little Walker River Road because it was hidden behind some tall weeds. It's past the Wheeler Guard Station and the same turn to get to Obsidian Campground. This area is part of the Humboldt-Toiyabe National Forest, and it's adjacent to the Bertram and Wheeler Flats Wildlife Area. We set up our boondocking site at a clearing along the Little Walker River Road at about the 1.5 mile point south of US 395. The area was open and easy to maneuver our rig. It was perfect for solar, and there was great cell signal there too. We spent the first few days exploring the area around our campsite. The open area and afternoon light winds made it perfect for kite flying. We also enjoyed biking along the forest roads under deep blue skies and spotting local wildlife. Of course, we had to end the afternoon with a yummy dinner before sitting back to take in the magnificent sunsets. And the stargazing was absolutely spectacular. The land in the Bridgeport Ranger District of the Humboldt-Toiyabe National Forest actually borders Yosemite National Park. We did a day trip to Bridgeport, which is a cute little town that is in the heart of the Eastern Sierra. It's north of Mammoth Lakes, California, and south of Lake Tahoe. We visited Ken's sporting goods store and were amazed it had everything you could possibly want as a camper. It was like Amazon, but in a real store with wood floors in a quaint little town. I can only imagine what the Griswold squirrel removal thing is all about. The charming town of Bridgeport is home to California's second oldest courthouse that has been in continuous use since 1880. We loved experiencing the Mono County Museum, where every item was painstakingly labeled. The museum contains countless artifacts from early settlers of the Bridgeport Valley. It also features a large number of arrowheads and native Paiute baskets. We had to stop by to check out the Paradise Shores RV Park. The playful retro touches around the park create a fun atmosphere. Some sites back up to the Bridgeport Reservoir, providing water and mountain views. Time to head back home for another dinner and sunset. Our second day trip took us to the Buckeye Campground. There are two ways to get to this campground. We took the back way, which approaches the campground from the north, off of US 395. It's a horrible road. It's dirty, bumpy, and it has tight turns, and it's also narrow. It doesn't allow for passing of oncoming vehicles except for just in a few areas. The other way to access Buckeye Campground is to approach it from the south on Buckeye Road. We drove this road when we departed Buckeye Campground on our way to Upper and Lower Twin Lakes. This portion of the road is much better. It's wider, less bumpy, and overall a superior driving experience. As you drive into the Twin Lakes area, you'll pass a bunch of National Forest campgrounds. Then you'll see Lower Twin Lake. Keep driving to see Upper Twin Lake and Mono Village. Twin Lakes Road ends at the entrance to Mono Village, which is located on the shores of Upper Twin Lake. This is where we put in our kayak and paddled around to take in the amazing views. It's a full-service destination resort with cabin, motels, and 300 campground spaces. After a full day of exploring the area, we decided to take a longer but easier route back to our boondocking site. We passed a farm area that had a bunch of cattle. Then we continued on the beautifully paved road through Bridgeport, where we purchased some diesel to top off the truck so we were ready for the next leg of our journey. Back to camp we go, where we're ready for dinner and to begin packing up our gear. We love having wide open spaces so we don't have to worry about infringing on our neighbors, and we can set up our campsite precisely how we like it. Check out our video so you can see exactly how we set up at our boondocking locations. I'll leave a link for that video in the description below.